Mr. Buckley will now submit to questioning for the opposition team.
Let me kick off, Mr. Buckley. I guess my basic question is, why are you on that side rather than ours? I mean, are your objections religious? Are you against evolution? Are you against natural selection? Are your objections religious? Are they social, or what?
Well, I object to the way in which your confederates will leave you out of it as a matter of politesse conduct themselves. They conduct themselves by simply assuming that people who argue the contrary are naifs or ignorant. It seems to be manifestly they are not. But my objection to your position is its ideological fixity. What you're speaking from is a dogmatic position from which everything else derives as one would expect. Right?
I can't help feeling that Seton Hall University speaking from a dogmatic position is not necessarily a fault.
Well, no, that's quite correct. If you could give us a progenitor more conclusive than Darwin, we might accept his dogmas. The notion that all dogmas are equal is what?
False.
Is well, it's at least false, but it's also it's also a disguise, really, for unmethodical thought, I would guess. But go ahead. What line are you pursuing?
Well, basically, I'm trying to understand why it is that you're against evolution. I mean, I could well understand. Is it because Richard Dawkins has linked evolution with atheism? Is it because some evolutionists have been socialists? Why? Because if it is, we'll give you a list that you'd like.
No, let's not be silly. For scientific materialists, the materialism comes first, the science comes thereafter. So my quarrel, and that of most of my colleagues, is with the extent to which you seek to imperialize over the entire question to the point of opposing a creationist thought in scientific and departments within the schools. This seems to be quite unnecessary in order to advance your own postulates.
Ms. Scott.
Is it necessary to invoke the hand of the Almighty in something like understanding cell division or understanding an internal combustion engine?
No,
if not, why is it necessary in understanding the history of life?
It is so frustrating to say something, then have to say it again. I said in my opening statement, the second sentence, was that we don't demand that you acknowledge creation and displace evolution. We demand that you acknowledge creation as an alternative explanation, one which we find more plausible. Now, this is as far as I am ready to go in this exchange. I am a practicing Catholic. Under the circumstances, have made certain commitments, but none of what I have said yet derives exclusively from that position. Mr. Berlinski is himself not a believer, and he's certainly eloquent in his dissent from your position.
I think well, go ahead, Ken.
Let me ask a question along those lines, because you bring up your faith, and I have to tell you that over the weekend, looking for a weakness, I read Nearer My God, your recent book, which I much admired. I thought it was a marvelous explanation of the faith that you and I share. And I want to read a quotation to you, and as everyone in the audience will know, I came tonight with the hope to be remembered as the guy with the placards. And the quotation is an important one. New knowledge has led to the recognition of more than a hypothesis in the theory of evolution. It is indeed remarkable that this theory has been progressively accepted by researchers following a series of discoveries in various fields of knowledge. The convergence, neither sought nor fabricated, the results of work that was conducted independently, is in itself a significant argument in favor of this theory. Would you care to speculate who said that, sir?
Well, the answer is I have no quarrel with it. Within 10 years after Darwin died, they were able to document to a point that he hadn't in the 20 years since he had visited Galapagos, certain phenomena. I have no quarrel with those phenomena, but I think it's correct to classify them as microevolutionary, not macroevolutionary.
Well, in that point, I think you're in disagreement with Pope John Paul II, who made that statement.
No, wait a minute. Pope John Paul II said that he could not countenance any explanation which sought to account for the forces of living matter other than as mere epiphenomena of the matter, and are therefore incompatible with the truth about man.
And
I got no quarrel with-
as a Catholic, I agree completely with that. And also as an evolutionary biologist, I accept evolution as the scientific explanation for life's diversity.
Thank you. Thank you. You're dismissed. Yeah.